Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier, From Police Officer to Haiti's Most Wanted Leader. By Darius Spearman, African Elements. Support African Elements at patreon.com/AfricanElements. Dive into recent news in a single playlist and enjoy early access to ad-free video content. Key takeaways. From law enforcement to leading gangs, Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier shifts roles. He issues a stark warning: without political change, civil war looms. Chérezier's control shows his significant influence in Port-au-Prince. Sanctions from the global community mark an attempt to curb the crisis. Violence and instability result in widespread human suffering. The intriguing path of Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier. Initially, Jimmy Barbecue Chérezier's journey from law enforcement to a figurehead in Haiti's chaotic landscape took many by surprise. Notably, he has become a symbol of power, leading the gangs that exert considerable influence over Port-au-Prince. From police officer to gang leader. Chérezier's transition from a member of Haiti's police force to the leader of one of its most formidable gangs is remarkable. Indeed, it underscores the complexity of the country's socio-political environment. His ability to navigate these realms highlights not only his savvy but also the deep-seated issues within Haitian society. For example, his role in the G9 family and allies underscores his significant shift in allegiance and approach to power. A figure of contrasts. Moreover, Chérezier's persona is rife with contrasts. On one hand, he is vilified for his methods and the violence associated with his gang's actions. On the other, he commands a certain respect and even admiration among some segments of the population. This duality is reminiscent of historical figures within Haiti who have also navigated the fine line between infamy and reverence. According to News One, Chérizier is a reviled yet charismatic leader, echoing the complexities of Haiti's past political figures. News One. Public persona and political ambitions. Chérezier's public appearances often carry significant symbolic weight. Sporting military attire and openly carrying a weapon, he projects an image of strength and defiance. In so doing, he solidifies his status within the gang community. Additionally, he sends a clear message to political leaders and the international community. Additionally, his foray into public protests and political statements indicates a broader ambition beyond mere gang leadership. It suggests a desire to influence or directly engage in Haiti's political future, highlighting his strategic aspirations. Community impact and controversy. Despite the controversy surrounding him, Chérizier also positions himself as a protector of the disenfranchised. He has spoken out against government corruption. Additionally, he has been involved in initiatives aimed at providing for the needs of the community. This complex web of actions and motivations makes Chérizier a deeply polarizing figure. He embodies the turmoil and aspirations of a nation in flux. In this expanded examination, the intricate narrative of Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier unfolds. This reveals a man at the heart of Haiti's ongoing struggle for stability and justice. His story reflects the broader challenges facing the country. Consequently, his future actions and the response of both the Haitian people and the international community are areas of keen interest and concern. Warning bells of civil unrest. The specter of civil war in Haiti grows ever more tangible against the backdrop of Chérezier's stark ultimatum. His demands for political change are not mere rhetoric, they signify a deep-seated discontent and a dire warning for the future of the nation. The ultimatum to the Prime Minister. Chérezier's confrontation with Haiti's political establishment, particularly his call for Prime Minister Ariel Henry to step down, highlights the urgency of the crisis. This demand stems from a belief that without significant leadership change, Haiti's slide into violence and chaos will only accelerate. He warns, if Ariel Henry doesn't step down, they will lead us directly into a civil war that will end in genocide, a statement that underscores the critical juncture at which Haiti finds itself. Democracy now. Echoes of past conflicts. The warning of civil unrest is not without precedent in Haiti's history. The country has a tumultuous past marked by political upheaval and violence, making Chérezier's warning particularly resonant. For instance, the era of Papa Doc Duvalier saw similar threats turn into harsh realities. Duvalier's rule ushered in significant impacts on the Haitian people and their collective memory. Chérizier's current stance and the potential for violence evoke memories of these past conflicts. Ominously, it highlights the cyclical nature of Haiti's struggles. The role of the international community. Furthermore, Chérezier's warnings also draw attention to the role of the international community in Haiti's ongoing crisis. His ultimatum implies that continued external support for Henry's government could contribute to the escalation of violence. This situation places the international community, especially key actors like the United States, Canada, France, and the core group, in a precarious position. Tentatively, they navigate their involvement in Haiti's political future. A nation on the edge. The potential for civil unrest extends beyond political implications, touching every aspect of Haitian society. The instability threatens to exacerbate already dire humanitarian conditions, including access to food, healthcare, and basic services. The fear of a return to the darkest days of political violence looms large over the population. Consequently, many are driven to desperation, further fueling the cycle of unrest. As Haiti stands on the brink, the warnings issued by figures like Chérizier serve as a critical call to action for both national leaders and the international community. The path chosen in the coming days and weeks could determine the country's trajectory for generations. Consequently, heeding these warning bells of civil unrest is imperative for all stakeholders involved. Strategic moves in the gang landscape. Moreover, Jimmy Barbecue Chérezier's ascendancy within Haiti's gang hierarchy and his strategic manipulations of power reveal deeper issues plaguing the nation. His orchestration of alliances and territorial controls exemplifies the complex interplay between gang dynamics and national politics. Formation and impact of G9. Significantly, Chérizier heads the G9 family and allies, a formidable coalition of gangs united under his leadership. This alliance, formed ostensibly for peace and community improvement in the neighborhoods they control, has become a major power player in Port-au-Prince. For instance, their blockade of Haiti's main fuel port underscores the group's ability to impact national infrastructure and economy. Reuters reports. Chérizier catapulted the G9 alliance to international notoriety after taking control of Haiti's main fuel port, Reuters. Significantly, this maneuver demonstrates a strategic move that extends beyond criminal activities to directly influence the socio-political landscape. A double-edged sword. Furthermore, G9's control of vital resources and territories has a dual impact. On one hand, it showcases Chérezier's capability to assert dominance and negotiate from a position of strength. On the other hand, it highlights the government's inability to maintain control and provide basic services. This exacerbates the public's distrust and desperation. The blockade, while a powerful show of force, also led to severe shortages, price hikes, and suffering among the Haitian populace, illustrating the complex consequences of gang-led initiatives. The political aspirations behind the power moves. Additionally, Chérezier's actions hint at broader ambitions beyond gang leadership. His foray into political demonstrations and calls for governmental change suggest a desire to leverage his influence for political ends. This blurring of lines between criminal leadership and political activism raises questions about the future role of gang leaders in Haiti's governance and their potential to effect change, either constructive or destructive. The response from authorities and communities. Moreover, the rise of G9 under Chérizier has prompted varied responses from both Haitian authorities and local communities. While the government struggles to counteract the power of organized gangs, some community members view figures like Chérizier as protectors against external threats and government neglect. This complex relationship between gang leaders, the state, and the citizenry underscores the multifaceted challenge of addressing gang influence in Haiti. As Chérizier continues to navigate the gang landscape with strategic precision, the implications of his actions reverberate throughout Haitian society. The balance between control and chaos remains delicate, with the potential to shift Haiti's future in profound ways. The strategic moves in the gang landscape, therefore, are not merely a matter of criminal activity but a pivotal element of the nation's ongoing struggle for stability and sovereignty. Global response to Haiti's turmoil. In addition, the international reaction to the upheaval in Haiti, spearheaded by figures like Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier, underscores the complexity of the global stance on Haitian affairs. The world watches, debates, and sometimes acts, though the efficacy and motivations behind these actions remain subjects of scrutiny. Sanctions and international statements. Critically, the UN and US have imposed sanctions on Chérizier and other gang leaders, aiming to curb their influence and stem the tide of violence. These sanctions represent a tangible attempt to address the lawlessness engulfing Haiti. For instance, the freezing of assets and travel bans are designed to disrupt the gang networks that perpetuate chaos. However, the impact of these measures is still to be fully realized, as the sanctioned individuals often operate outside the bounds of conventional financial systems and international travel. Reuters. The dilemma of direct intervention. Moreover, the prospect of direct intervention by foreign powers or international bodies presents its own set of challenges and controversies. Historically, interventions in Haiti have yielded mixed outcomes, with some efforts leading to temporary stability but often at the cost of sovereignty and self-determination. Consequently, there's a palpable hesitation among potential interveners, weighing the immediate need for peace against the long-term implications for Haitian autonomy. Aid and humanitarian efforts. Furthermore, beyond sanctions and political maneuvers, the global community has engaged in humanitarian efforts to alleviate the suffering of the Haitian people. NGOs and international aid organizations have ramped up their presence, providing essential services, food, medical care, and shelter. Yet, the delivery of aid is frequently hampered by the very violence and instability these efforts seek to mitigate. The blockade of the fuel port by G9, for instance, not only demonstrated Chérezier's power but also severely restricted the flow of aid, highlighting the complex interplay between political power struggles and humanitarian needs. The call for a coordinated response. Additionally, there's a growing consensus that a coordinated international response is needed to address the root causes of Haiti's turmoil beyond the immediate crisis. This involves not just sanctions or aid but a comprehensive strategy that includes support for democratic institutions, economic development, and community empowerment. Such an approach aims to create a stable foundation from which Haiti can rebuild and progress, moving away from the cycles of violence and instability that have plagued it. As the global response to Haiti's turmoil evolves, the actions of the international community will be scrutinized for their impact on the ground. The balance between intervention and support, between imposing solutions and empowering Haitian-led initiatives, remains delicate. The future of Haiti hangs in the balance, with the global community playing a crucial role in shaping its trajectory. The human cost amidst power struggles. Lastly, the toll of Haiti's ongoing conflict, exacerbated by the power struggles among gangs, the government, and external actors, deeply impacts the Haitian populace. The situation brings to light the dire consequences of political and social instability on ordinary lives. Displacement and desperation. Tragically, the violence and insecurity have driven thousands from their homes, creating a crisis of displacement within Haiti. People find themselves uprooted, seeking safety in makeshift shelters or even in the open, as their neighborhoods become battlegrounds. The UN has documented numerous instances where communities have been torn apart, with homes burned and families separated in the chaos. This displacement not only represents a loss of physical security but also of community and belonging, leaving deep psychological scars on those affected. Humanitarian crisis intensifies. Moreover, as the power struggles persist, the humanitarian situation grows increasingly grim. Access to basic necessities like food, clean water, and healthcare becomes more difficult, with many areas cut off by gang-controlled territories. The blockade of key resources, as seen with the fuel port by G9, compounds these challenges, hampering both the daily lives of Haitians and the efforts of aid organizations to provide relief. malnutrition, disease outbreaks, and a lack of medical supplies threaten to escalate into a broader public health crisis, demonstrating the far-reaching impacts of the conflict. The struggle for education and future. Furthermore, the instability jeopardizes the education of Haiti's youth, disrupting schooling and diminishing hopes for a better future. Schools in conflict zones often close for extended periods, if not indefinitely, leaving children without access to education and more vulnerable to exploitation. In the long term, this educational disruption threatens to perpetuate cycles of poverty and violence, as a lack of opportunities drives more young people towards gangs as a means of survival and belonging. A call for resolution and rebuilding. Additionally, amidst the turmoil, there emerges a collective call from the Haitian people for peace, stability, and a path forward. The resilience of communities, even in the face of such adversity, highlights the urgent need for a resolution to the conflict that addresses its root causes. Efforts to rebuild must not only focus on physical reconstruction but also on healing the social fabric of the nation, restoring trust in institutions, and fostering a sense of unity and purpose among its people. As Haiti contends with the human cost of its power struggles, the path to recovery and peace remains fraught with challenges. Yet, the spirit and perseverance of the Haitian people endure, fueling hopes for a future where stability and prosperity can be realized for all. The international community's role in supporting Haiti through this critical juncture will be pivotal in shaping the country's trajectory towards healing and growth. FAQ. Question: Who is Jimmy Barbecue Chérizier? A. Once a police officer, now a gang leader shaking Haiti's core. Question: What is Chérezier's demand? A. The resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, aiming to avert a civil war. Question: How has the world reacted? A. With sanctions and caution, signaling the international dilemma in intervening. Question: What impact do these gangs have? A. Their control over resources intensifies the humanitarian crisis, showing the depth of Haiti's challenges. About the author: Darius Spearman is a professor of Black Studies at San Diego City College, passionate about teaching since 2007. Author of several books, including Between the Color Lines, A History of African Americans on the California Frontier through 1890, Darius is a pivotal figure in Black Studies. Visit him online at africanelements.org. Ready to delve into Step 6, expanded sections, or is there anything else to refine?